And here were the Bulls arriving earlier at the arena with a big game on the road awaiting. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The sun shining brightly on downtown Philadelphia. That's the setting for our broadcast today. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, Ben Simmons was the top-rated player in high school and in college. But a fractured bone in his foot cost him his first NBA season. He said, "A lot of people forgot about me. You have to build yourself up again. And for me, I wanted to prove myself again." Kevin, we all agree he's done just that.
He sure has. First NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Lavine.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Lavine is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Chris Dunn. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. And it's Gafford in at the 5 spot. And for Philadelphia, Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. Horford is out there with Scott. And it's Simmons in at the point guard position. And Coach Jim Boylen agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylen, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
And it's Chicago to start out. And here's Lavine, coming off a stellar performance against Washington. Gafford passes to Satoransky. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Richardson. Here's Harris. Lays it up and banks it in.
Harris has really become much more adept at finishing hard shots. Great focus there.
Dunn dishes to Lavine. The pass to Satoransky. Back to Lavine. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Scott. Lavine can't hit. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Richardson, no luck. Over to the wing. Here's Satoransky. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Boy, a terrific find. Lavine plays mostly the 2, but he came into the league as a point guard.
Outside, Simmons. On the wing, Harris. Over Lavine. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. 3 on the clock. Simmons inside the line. And the 76ers get it back. Stolen by Satoransky. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Dunn, wide open, he fires. Here's Lavine. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, you know, the quickness of Lavine. Difficult to neutralize that. He'll go to the line.
The Bulls shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Free throw good, Lavine. Well, you just watch Lavine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Lavine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Clark, here we are in mid-season, and some teams have already exceeded early expectations, starting to show that they are the real deal.
Yeah, no fluke, and that's what we call validation. Again, you have such a long season early on. The schedule can work in your favor, but as we get to this point in the season, Kevin, teams are starting to show you who they really are, answering doubters and it's got to be extremely satisfying when you prove folks wrong.
Absolutely. Philadelphia with the ball after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Simmons looking it over. The feed to Scott. The 10-footer finds the target.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around him.
Outside, Lavine. And Satoransky kicks to Markkanen. Now here's Lavine. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against the Nets. The offensive rebound. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Zach Lavine. The 76ers shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And, you know, questions for the Sixers about fit between their 2 young stars in Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons are legitimate questions, because when young players are that talented, it sometimes is hard for them to sacrifice their own games for the good of the team.
Scott hits them both. And for Simmons and Embiid, a clash of styles, too. Simmons, Clark is at his best in transition.
And, Embiid, guys, is more a half-court threat, attacking in the post. Long term, I think they'll figure it out, but it'll be interesting to see how that plays out between those two.
Now here's Simmons. Zach Lavine unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Harris. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Oh, that was terrific!
My goodness! And you see why Lavine's been a hard, tough out in the slam dunk contest. Has a natural ability to entertain the audience, and that bounce and athleticism certainly doesn't hurt either.
Now here's Richardson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Scott finds Simmons. Horford in the post. Rebound by the Bulls.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Simmons on the wing. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
You know, guys, it's no secret. This is a part of his game that's still developing, shooting. Nice to see Simmons with confidence from the mid-range.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You see Zach Lavine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
No good on that one. And with Lavine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And, Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with Lavine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
And he ends up missing both free throws.
And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
2 points. That one goes.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Satoransky looking around. Simmons against Dunn. From 11 feet away. Count it.
Well, I tell you, it's awesome, absolutely awesome to see Dunn work in his effective mid-range jab. So sharp, so accurate, so timely.
Now, here's Richardson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And it's the Bulls with the ball after Josh Richardson was able to get the triple.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Dunn passes to Satoransky. Pass to Markkanen. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
Impressive awareness from Markkanen. I mean, down on the block there, really good job of using his height to get his shots off.
Richardson outside. Harris inside, guarded by Lavine. O'Quinn in the post, and O'Quinn slams it in.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Lavine, good.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
The 76ers lead it. Simmons with it. 20 points for him last game against Brooklyn.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
The 76ers making a switch here. Ennis is checked in. Then for the Bulls. Young's checked in for Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Satoransky. And it's White in for Dunn. White against Simmons. Here's Gafford. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Simmons. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Valentine with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. White, good. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Oh, Quinn can't hit.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Outside, Lavine. Beyond the arc. Connects from three-point range. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
You know, after the Sixers were knocked out in the second round for the second straight year, there was some speculation, and I think unmerited, whether Brett Brown might be let go as head coach. The players voiced their support and made the decision easier to bring him back, and I think it was the right one. He's done a fantastic job as the leader of the Sixers.
And here is Harris after the three-pointer from Zach Lavine, and that one drops for him.
Boy, that's an outstanding job by Tobias Harris there, keeping his composure and concentration, then converting while under pressure. Well done.
And Coach Brown, Clark, captained the ship through some real rough times in the beginning.
And you know, Kevin, I think for that reason and the job he's done here recently, he's earned the right to see this thing through. It's a result-oriented profession. I know that, and I understand it. But this is a team built to contend, and that's the expectation, and I'd like to see Brett Brown have a chance to bring it to full fruition.
Chicago's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Inside, Young, and the layup is good. And the Bulls lead by 3.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here's Burke. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Back to O'Quinn. That shot off. And it's Chicago the other way. And guys, this is the first they're seeing. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
You know what you like about Lavine as a finisher? I mean, he can go straight to the rack, pop out to the three, and can do everything in between as well.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively, challenged shots, and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit, getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
Ryan Arcidiacono now checked in for Zach Lavine. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points. Fourth, the Bulls.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
Burke looking over the floor. Pass to Thibault. On the wing, Harris. Buries it down low. Harris has got 7 points.
Boy, that's a nice touch from Harris right there, showing you exactly how under control he is close to the basket.
Here's Arcidiacono. 1:53 left in the first quarter. Pass to Valentine. 6 to shoot. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Thibault. Light covering. Burke kicks to Ennis. The pass to Thibault. From deep. Hutchison with the rebound.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Now, here is Young. He's another guy who had a stellar performance in that win against Washington.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Burke. To the middle. Here's Harris. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Outside, White. To the inside. Valentine's shot, good. Valentine's got his second basket of the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now, here's Burke. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Harris inside. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's Chicago now. And so it's Zach Lavine making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter. and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball instead of baseball.
Coming from a place where, baseball is what's driven to us every time. I mean, I started playing baseball. I didn't play basketball. I started playing baseball, and, just watching my dad play basketball, I just fell in love with the game. But people were still telling me, they're like, nobody makes it out of here, usually out of basketball. I mean, your dad was a very rare case, and I just believed in it.
Yep, wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got Valentine. Young is out there with White. And it's Hutchinson in at the 4 slot.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to be a coach.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
And it's Burke with the ball for the 76ers. They trail by 7. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. 11 feet away. Offensive rebound. Harris misses.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Arcidiacono, the pass to White. Now, Valentine. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Young, chalk up 2 there. Young's got the lead up to 9 now for Chicago.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Here's Thibault. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Clock at 6. Burke, the pass to Korkmaz. For 3. The 76ers with another miss. The Bulls leading by 9. Passes it to Arcidiacono. He dishes it to Young. White the pass to Young. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. 76ers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Burke kicks to Korkmaz. Rebound by the Bulls. Hutchinson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Cuts off the pass. And stolen by White. They retain possession. Out left to the wing. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And Young now, top of the key. Dishes it to Valentine. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Here's Hutchison. Here's White. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Harris dishes to Burke. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Here's Feibel, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Chicago. The 76ers have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Scotty's checked in for the 76ers. Simmons comes in for Burke, then for the Bulls. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Harrison comes in for Denzel Valentine. And Satoransky subbed in for White. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job, pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. Josh Richardson's checked in for the 76ers. Here's Gafford. No points in the game yet for him. Poked away and stolen by Scott. Simmons inside. Satoransky covering.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Now here's Lavine. 11 points in the game. Harrison passes to Markkanen. 5 on the clock. Lavine inside the three-point line. And the Bulls with another miss. The 76ers trail by 5. In the corner, it's Richardson. Fires the 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
The 76ers have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
3 shots. 3 shots.
That's good from Richardson. And Clark, your love for the Buckeye State has never been questioned. What was the best part of growing up as a kid in Ohio?
Well, I think a number of things. One, having family around, extended family as well as immediate family, but also the sports love that exists throughout the state and being able to experience that and enjoy that with my dad and siblings. That's special. And having a career in basketball that I've had makes it even more special.
And he nails the third. And so here is Chicago. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's Lavine. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
You know, guys, Lavine can score in a lot of different ways, and when he starts feeling it, it allows him to go for big nights. I mean, this guy can be very explosive offensively.
Now, here's Richardson. He's got 7. Simmons on the wing. Feeds it to Horford. It's good. Horford's got 4 points in the quarter.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
Pass to Markkanen. Here's Harrison. Back to Markkanen. It's hauled in by Richardson. Richardson's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam.
Heads up basketball, plain and simple, guys.
Here's Lavine after the Sixers pick up 2. From deep three-point range. Ennis, he's checked in for Korkmaz. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Dunn's checked in. Here's Philadelphia. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. Richardson dishes to Simmons. He kicks it to Scott. Got a piece of it. Pass to Harrison. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, one thing you like there is the extra pass. Evidence that the game is starting to slow down for Dunn.
Outside, Simmons. That's tipped. And here is Dunn. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The 76ers trail by 3. Richardson attacking. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
And Simmons is just a complete package, a player that can really drop dimes to his teammates.
Dunn kicks to Lavine. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
First one falls for him.
Guys, it's always fun to watch a player ascend from role player to star, and that's exactly what's happened with Lavine, and it's been fun to watch.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The 76ers trail by 3. Now, here's Richardson. He's got 11. The teardrop falls in. Richardson's got 13.
You know, he started the game knocking down shots, guys, and now in the second quarter, he's taking it to another level.
Here's Gafford. O'Quinn defending, and O'Quinn sends it back. Now the 76ers on the break. Ennis misses. And here's Lavine, who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Gafford, and he converts the layup. Gafford's got his first points of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Outside, Simmons. Ring shot on the way. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Harrison. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 3 assists tonight.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Now here's Simmons. Down low. Horford in the post. It will not find the hoop. It's his 3rd miss. He has made 2. Here's Dunn, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Richardson. Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
The free throw drops in for Dunn. Clark, you played the traditional power forward position in the NBA years you had back in the 80s at such a high level. Who's doing that right now?
Tell you what, the power forward position has changed so much, Kevin. These 4 men now are not really the enforcing type physical guys that we saw in the 80s and even 90s. They're agile, they're rim protectors, they're shot makers from deep, and guys like Anthony Davis and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yes.
Man, I tell you, Anthony Davis goes to the top of my list in today's game.
Blake Griffin, another one with Detroit.
Yeah, good call.
Here's Harrison after Ben Simmons' bucket. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Here's Lavine. Hits from the high post. Lavine's got 6 here in this quarter.
Lavine's got crazy bounce and elevation on his shot. It really helps him. He knocked that one down in rhythm.
Down against Simmons. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The 76ers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And the 76ers with some changes. Tobias Harris is checked in for Horford. And it's Burke in for Ben Simmons. Then for the Bulls, Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Lavine. And it's White in for Harrison.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And Chicago has possession. 76ers getting the bucket. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
For Chicago, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. And the first one drops. And the 76ers making a change here. Horford's checked in. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Chicago. He hits both from the stripe.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Richardson against White. There's the pass to Burke. Drills the three-pointer. Burke's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
With the teardrop, and there's the nice layup by Dunn. Dunn's got 6 points.
Dunn so good with the floater. He puts just the right amount of touch and arc on these shots.
And that one is good. And that's 13 points for Tobias Harris.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Now, here's Dunn. 6 points for him. And it's sent back by Horford.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Three-pointer. Another three for Philadelphia. 6 seconds left in the first half. Got it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Josh Richardson having an outstanding game. He ended up with 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they've been so far.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You look at Zach Lavine, he's really been playing well.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Mike Scott out there with Tobias Harris, and it's Horford in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Now here is Harris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
Here's Lavine. That one misses. Nice D from Scott. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Outside for Simmons. Here's Horford. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists now in the game.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You take a look at the 76ers. They're 6th right now in the conference with lots of time to make a move. And, of course, the Bulls. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And for Philadelphia, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
Here's Richardson after the made shot from Zach Lavine. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That is his first foul of the game. And stolen by Dunn.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he had perfect anticipation on that pass and comes away with the steal.
Harris, it's blocked. Over to the left wing. And Satoransky wide open. He fires. Knocks down the 3-ball. Satoransky's got 8 points. And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. A 2-point game. Harris outside. Launches a 3. Another miss by Philadelphia.
A bit of pride at stake. Trying to get that last 3-ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
And he slams it one-handed.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
The Bulls leading by 4. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Well, you see the fantastic size for a point. Dunn going 6'4", 220. Not easy to contest inside.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, I tell you what, Dunn does a little bit of everything out there. A stat sheet stuffer for sure. He scores it, he passes it well, and he also gets to the glass from his position.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The 76ers trail by 6. Here's Simmons. Richardson outside. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense.
Well, you look at Ben Simmons and that great body of his and the skills of a guard. That is an incredibly unique combination.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, Tobias Harris is a great scorer, and he's had multiple NBA stops, and I think you just have to simply say this guy has always been wanted.
Ryan Arcidiacono now checked in for Chris Dunn. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 9-1 run right now. Satoransky, the pass to Arcidiacono. Here's Gafford, guarded by Harris. Back to Lavine, and Lavine throws it down.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Here is Harris after the Bulls pick up 2, and he comes up with the deuce. And Clark standing 6'10". Has there ever been a player Ben Simmons' size or bigger who could handle and pass like this?
I really don't think so, Kevin. Obviously, LeBron is 2 inches shorter and probably 15 pounds heavier. Giannis is more of a scorer than a passer and facilitator. Magic Johnson was the first of the true 6'8"-ish point guards. He might be the closest when you look at Ben Simmons, but man, he's special because of that size and passing ability.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. After the Bulls pick up 2. Passes to Harris. Over Lavine. Harris missing again.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Teardrop shot. The shot by Arcidiacono, no good. The 76ers trail by 7. Here's Simmons, poked loose. Fast break, here comes Chicago. Here's Satoransky, rejected by Harris.
What a block from Harris. Terrific work there.
76ers have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Simmons dishes to Harris. Outside for Simmons. Back to Harris. Releases. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. 19 points for Tobias Harris.
Tell you what, seems like everything he's putting up is finding the net, and right now, Harris is simply balling out.
Here's Gafford. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Horford. The 76ers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Here's Simmons. Misses off the left iron. And so, it's Arcidiacono with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. To the paint, Gafford. And that one is stuffed right through.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Here's Horford. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Well-timed play there, and that's Horford at his finest. Smooth roll, aggressive finish.
Satoransky finds Lavine. Here's Gafford. Good work defensively by Horford.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jumper.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Harris, right side. Well, good on the 3. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Lavine. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Ben Simmons.
And bringing the fight there. Lavine, fearless. Creating contact for the potential +1.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Chicago.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Good shot.
The 76ers trail by 8. Here's Thibault. Pass to Burke. The 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Hutchinson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Harrison kicks to Lavine. To the middle. White. Good. White's got the lead up to 10 now for the Bulls.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now, here's Burke. Off target with his 3.
and I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Hutchison, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And now it's a 12-point Bulls lead. Philadelphia's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Pass to Harris. Fades away, and it's good off the glass. Harris has got 21 in the game.
A real comfort zone for Harris. I mean, he's looking to score often from this area.
Left side, Lavine. And it's Young at the elbow. That's good, and it's Lavine with the assist. Young's got 10 points.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
The pass to Thibault. Passes it to Horford. Here's Harris, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Chicago.
Yeah, you know, you can't get overly physical with Harris because once you do, he turns it against you and uses it for his good.
Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
That's good from Harris. Bulls making a switch here. Valentine's checked in. And Harris drops them both. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
A chance to look at the numbers for Al Horford. Really been a key contributor over the past month. He's averaging 10 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
Shots good from Young.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Here's Burke, and it's blocked, but they get it back. The Bulls leading by 12. Floats it up for Young. Got a piece of it, and that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Saturday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Monday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for that game against the Kings, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Harrison passes to White. Valentine dishes to White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. With some arc. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Korkmaz, no good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Outside, White. He feeds it to Young. Pass to Hutchison. Over Harris. And the basket by Hutchison. Hutchinson's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bulls.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Thibault. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And a chance here to go to our rookie leaderboard and give a nod to the best long-range bombers of the past month. And you look at White, a dangerous player from three-point land, a great talent with a great release.
You know, coming into the NBA, you knew he could stroke it from long range. And over the past month, he's shown us exactly that.
Just a high level of efficiency. That's the key. I mean, quality of shots he takes, but also his fundamentals. Anyone can host a launch party. This guy is consistent ATM.
Here's Harrison. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Here's Burke. And he gets the bucket. Burke's got 5 now.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
White, bounce pass. Pass to Hutchison. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Burke kicks to Korkmaz. To the left wing from downtown. Here's Horford. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. He's got 13.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Young. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bulls lead by 14.
You know, you look at Thaddeus Young, his motor on display there on the boards. One of the reasons he's carved out such a productive long NBA career.
Now here's Burke. 5 points in the game.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Hutchison after the Sixers pick up 2. Shot clock at 6. Now the pass to Harrison. From beyond the arc. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. So both teams changing it up here. "11 seconds left here in the third quarter. Harris with it. There's the 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Chicago, up by 12. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So for Chicago right now, White is out there with Dunn. Then it's Young. Then there's Valentine. And it's Hutchinson in at the 4 spot. Now, here is Young, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Clark, talk about the leadership of a guy like Thaddeus Young.
And he's one of my favorites because he's just solid. His actions speak louder than his words, and he's a grinder. I mean, he's a guy who just gives you everything he has and does all of the little things day in and day out. Tremendous locker room presence.
shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Well, Clark, they say it's a make-or-miss league, as you know, and Thaddeus Young has that knack for finishing.
Yeah, he does. He's got a really good knack. Catches defenders flat-footed with his early release, and he's pretty crafty when he gets it inside, and being left-handed certainly doesn't hurt.
And so Young nails them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Now here's Ennis. The feed to Horford. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Thaddeus Young.
You know, he was the 3rd pick in the 2007 NBA draft, guys. Horford won 2 college championships at Florida back-to-back before entering the league.
He's off on the first. And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
And he's good on the second.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
And it's blocked by Simmons.
Well, you got to respect the athleticism and the willingness to defend that Simmons has. I mean, he's a skilled shot blocker, too.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
And here are the Bulls now after the Sixers pick up 2. The shot by Valentine, no good. And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
Now here's White after Ben Simmons' miss. Clock at 4. Here's White. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense from Harris.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Not settling for the layup. Sometimes you got to go strong, and Harris gets the chance to stuff it there. He didn't let it slip by.
Chicago calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Bulls making a switch here. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jim Boylan talking with his team. His point to them was that they've put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys. He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
Now here's Simmons looking to get back on track here. Here's Horford. It's blocked. Now here's Valentine. Not a lot of room, and there it is for him. The 76ers trail by 13. Passes it to Scott. Back to Richardson. At the elbow, Horford. The dish to Simmons. Lock at 6. Here's the 3. That's good from Horford on the assist by Simmons. Simmons got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Here's Gafford. Here's Satoransky. He can't get that one. Good work defensively by Horford. The 76ers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
And again, Simmons. Good on the bucket. And the Bulls lead by 10.
Dunn finishing in style, and the explosion to the hoop, powerful.
Richardson with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Simmons against Satoransky. Kicks it to Valentine. And it's sent back by Horford. And he recovers it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the rookie of the year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his second year, but his first year of playing. Well, a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
It's a great idea. Here's Lavine. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Pass to Gafford. On the wing, Lavine. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. 6 to shoot. Satoransky against Horford. And again, no good by Chicago. And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. They trail by 9 points. Horford the pass to Scott. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Now Valentine. Here's Lavine. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Scott. The 76ers have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. It's Richardson on the wing. Satoransky covering. Here's Simmons. Rebound by the Bulls. They've led by as many as 14 points.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
And Satoransky kicks to Lavine. Now here's Valentine. Guarded by Simmons. Charity stripe shot. Simmons pulls it in.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Here's Ennis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And he knocks down the first one. Ryan Arcidiacono now checked in for Chicago. He's perfect from the line this time. Chicago leading by 5. On the wing, Lavine. And it's sent back by Horford. Right side, Simmons. Chicago grabs the miss. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds in this game. Lavine wide open. Bangs home the trifecta. Lavine's got 12 points in just the second half.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Stolen by Markkanen. 3-on-3. Here's Gafford. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And Simmons kicks to Richardson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the first one drops. Chris Dunn's checked in for Ryan Arcidiacono. He doesn't get the second one. And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch 4, who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. The Bulls getting the bucket.
And Simmons so deft with the floater, freezing the defense completely.
Pass to Dunn. Here's Gafford. And there's the pass to Satoransky. Shot clock at 3. Fires for 3. But they recover it. Gafford passes to Lavine. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Just 5 on the clock. Tipped away. Simmons inside. Dunn covering. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Simmons. Well, Chicago has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Lays it up off the glass. Simmons got 6 here in this quarter.
Sensing the contact coming and adjusting his shot accordingly. Nice recognition and adjustment by Simmons.
Now here's Lavine. Here's Satoransky. That's good, and it's Lavine with the assist. Lavine's got 6 assists in the game.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Timeout called the 76ers. You look at Zach Lavine, he's really been playing well.
Well, you know, he's destroying them right now, guys. This defense has to make an adjustment to try and cool him off.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Zach Lavine.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this, and on the road no less. Harris kicks to Scott. Saturansky against Richardson. Horford dishes to Simmons. Richardson outside. Shot clock at 5. On the wing, Harris. They get the rebound. Scott finds Simmons. Richardson left side. Over Markkanen. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Richardson.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Dunn passes to Lavine. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Harris. In the corner, Simmons with it, and stolen by Dunn. In transition, here come the Bulls. Got it. Nice one there from Lavine.
Well, I tell you what, you like Lavine and how he's generating more power with his lower body now, helping the jumper to stay more on point and be more consistent.
Now here's Simmons. Here's Harris. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Saturansky, the pass to Gafford. 1:46 left to play in the final quarter. Goes up to the stripe. No good off the back of the rim.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Lavine against Harris. Now here's Lavine. He's guarded closely. To the inside, Markkanen, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Ben Simmons.
Really good to see Markkanen be aggressive inside, Kevin. He's excellent at drawing the attention of the defense and then forcing them to foul him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
And I tell you, the versatility of Markkanen makes you salivate, guys. A big guy with range for days, and I think he's only going to get better and better.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
And here is Simmons on the wing. Harris. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
That's a big-time bucket from Harris. I mean, so cool, confident, and composed in these big moments. He's made for them.
That's good from Harris.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Now here's Lavine. Down low. Money!
flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're behind by 5. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. Now, here's Dunn. Here's Sadoronsky. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Richardson.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Here's Harris. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lets it go from 14. It's good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Guys, this is why they go to Harris. They know he's going to find a way to come up clutch. Count it.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. And the 76ers call time here. They're trailing by 7. 20 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Here's Korkmaz. Got a hand on it, but he recovers it. And here's Neto outside, and no good that time.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.